Yo, what is up, YouTube, man? When it comes to Comp Pro-Am, turnovers can be one of the big reasons you lose a game. But when it comes to random wreck, and as you guys can see, I got a GOAT tier 99 overall. I'm going up against inside center. And then my teammates, shooting is not our strength. As for his team as well, his team's not really a strong shooting team either, so a lot of non-shooters on the court. What is my team's strength, though, is being unselfish. Everybody is absolutely fine with swinging the ball around to the open player. That's a rarity in the rec a lot of the time. You can see right here, I get the ball, do a little bit side to side into the mid-range fade. But if you're passing the ball a lot, especially too in solo rec where maybe some players, they don't have the best pass accuracy. Maybe the pass vision, it's going to be a bit slow to get to the spot. Maybe the other team has some players on the court with some high steal. There's going to be a lot of turnovers. You're going to see, I'm going to show the box score at the end of this game. But today's video...
Big is nasty, bro. That shit is crazy.
is going to be talking about how I don't feel like that is a problem. The opposite would be a bigger problem to me. If nobody's wanting to pass the ball because they're afraid of getting turnovers, the offense is going to be super stagnant. And I would rather it be the opposite. If everyone's passing the ball around, if we're trying to get some easy buckets because we're making the right pass, even if, the pass is getting there late sometimes, even if we're throwing, 50-50 passes, I do it myself on the break. I'm trying to get my guys going with easy buckets. And if everyone's taking easy shots because of all the passes we're doing and we're getting turnovers off of it, I will live with that. And honestly, I think that's the way to play the rec, the solo rec, especially. You can see right here too. The center I'm going against, GOAT tier 99 overall. He's doing the thing where he pushes up on his right joystick. He puts his hands up. That's a great way to stop fast breaks. You don't see a lot of bigs do that. If you guys want to test it out, you definitely can. You can see right here, I'm launching it on the break. My guy's getting a dunk. Remember, none of the players on my team are great shooters. If they got to create their own shot, if they got to shoot something that's contested, it's probably not going to end up in a bucket. But if we're finding the open guy, if we're getting players open shots, even if they're not the best shooters, especially too if we're getting buckets on the fast break, maybe my teammates got takeover. I mean, check this out right here. My guy ends up throwing a lob. My teammate, he wasn't ready for it. He doesn't time it right. We get a turnover because of that. That's fine, we're trying to have fun out here. We're passing the ball. You can see we're actually winning at the half. Now, let's be honest, we've only missed 2 shots and we're only up 9. We have 9 turnovers to go along with that, so it's not the most ideal situation in the world. If this was a Comp Pro-Am game, we would be looking at the box score and we would say we got to stop turning the ball over or we're going to lose the game. But in this situation, remember, we're playing with a bunch of players that aren't great at shooting the ball, and we've only missed 2 shots. That is definitely because of our passes. Some of the passes are a little bit unnecessary. I showed the guy throwing the lob. You don't absolutely need to throw those passes, but I'm down for it, man. Have some fun. You can see right here, I'm throwing the ball right off the inbounds, trying to get a nice quick bucket. Another situation where in Pro-Am, if I did that, my teammates might be yelling at me saying to stop taking that high risk. But solo rec is all about taking the high risk, all about being unselfish, all about being the team that has the momentum. Because if people aren't catching the ball, let's say we weren't doing any risky passes, that means everyone's going to have less shots. I threw a flashy pass right here once again. Maybe a little bit risky, but he's able to get the bucket. I'm actually able to get to a tenacity for throwing the flashy. Turnovers are not a problem at all. I've never lost a solo rec game, and the reason was, check this out too. I get the ball coast to coast, driving contact dunk right here with a small meter. You see my teammate likes what he's seeing as well, but like I was saying, good pass right there. We're not going to lose because we have turnovers. Now, if it was Pro-Am, that may be a different situation. No way you're going to have a bunch of turnovers and be able to win the game. You definitely got to be safer with your passes. But in the rec, as you guys can see, we end up having 15 turnovers as a team, which is a lot. That is 3, 6, 9, 12. That's nearly 4 turnovers a quarter, almost, a turnover a minute, but the efficiency was there. And even though we were a team that on paper we were bad at shooting it from 3, we went 6 for 11, and that is because everyone was passing, everyone was getting people to open shots. Nobody was forced to take a tough 3-pointer because the offense stalled out. And you guys can see, I end up going into another game with most of the same teammates except for the ones that left. I don't care, you know, I don't care that we had a bunch of turnovers. I don't care that the stats show that these guys weren't good shooters. Everyone was passing the ball. I'm going to stay in. I'm not going to be, you know, one of those high ego players that said these guys are terrible just by looking at their stats. You can see right here, throwing the break. My PG ends up throwing a flashy pass. He was a pass-first point guard. He had 18 assists last game, and he was playing defense. A lot of people, you know, they don't really care to have a pass-first point guard anymore. You can see, I mean, he's popping play take at the PG position. I can't tell you how many times I actually played with a teammate in rec that is willing to pop the play take so everyone else can get takeover. You can see right here, I end up going for a putback dunk, a little bit of trolling, I miss it, but I'm able to get my own board. Go back up with the meter dunk. Let me know what you guys think about turnovers in solo rec. Would you rather have somebody that has 0 turnovers but they're not passing the ball unless it's wide open? Or would you rather, you know, your big throw some risky fast breaks even if they get turnovers? Your PG maybe throws some crazy passes that, you know, maybe might not get through every time, but you get a couple buckets because of it. I think some people have the wrong idea when it comes to turnovers because in Pro-Am, if you watch a lot of those streams, you will see a lot of people complain about it a lot, but solo rec and Pro-Am are two very different modes. You can see right there, I'm able to hit a nice blinder shot. Players in the rec, they're not going to have super high pass act. They're not going to have that, you know, split second IQ to get the pass right where it needs to be right on time.
That's tough. Hey, that's tough, Center. That's tough, Center. You hooping.
And you can see too, sometimes our offense would stall out a bit, but my teammates did trust to give me the ball in those situations, to let me work a post fake, to let me work, you know, a dribble pull up, to get a bucket. Once again, I'm posting up right here. End up seeing the guy in the corner. I thought that guy, you know, he played pretty good defense, honestly. I thought he was doing something else. We're able to kind of wiggle around. I had to take a tough shot right here, but I don't mind. I don't mind having to take those last second bailout shots, even if my stats look worse, you know, even if I get some missed shots because of it. It doesn't even matter. I'm able to hustle. I'm able to get the board, go back up with the shot. Don't worry too much about stats, you know. Turnovers, they look bad no matter what. But maybe you got a turnover because, you know, you're a pass-first PG and you're trying to make the right play, even if it doesn't work every single time. You're trying to move the ball around. Maybe you have some missed shots because you're not the best shooter, but they're wide open. You know, if you shoot 29% from 3, you get it wide open in the corner. Take that shot. Even if, you know, you miss those a lot of the time, it's still good to take those shots. Right here to end the game, as you guys can see, he just barrels his way through. I had a lot of fun playing with this team. We ended up winning all our games now. We turned the ball over a lot. I think in 3 and 4 games, we probably had, you know, 40, 50 turnovers. It was not pretty from that, but hey, man, we won the games. That's what it's all about. He goes up with a crazy dunk right there. I'm able to get the board, go up with the putback. If you guys did enjoy the video, if you do want to drop a like and subscribe, of course, I appreciate it a ton. And this is Tonic Man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.
26 and 25, bro. Nah, bro, this nigga is crazy.
That's what I was saying, bro. Even when I was in the right spot, he was so big, he was snatching bounds, like rebounds from me even. So he was all over the place. Good shit, Diggs. It was a good game.